This is Trading Trends. I'm Chris Vecchio. He's Ilya Spivak. Ilya, we have an important topic to discuss today. Markets are responding, or maybe not, to some news around AI. I think they've been closely watching the Anthropic story as the AI startup has made headlines with its partnership or lack thereof with the Department of War. Much of the conversation's been about technology and alignment. But for traders, the bigger question is, what does this signal about capital allocation if it does it all? And market opportunities in AI. So just work with me here from the Anthropic level down. Is this something that's impacting the broader narrative in your view, or should we be thinking about this more about the DOW's involvement in different sectors, if it's industrials, tech exposure, maybe software?
I don't think this story has any kind of knock-on effect to the broader AI narrative that we're watching. This is a specific story unique to Anthropic and the Department of War. We saw that once that story broke out and the government took a hard line with Anthropic, their service crashed for all the demand to download it on the App Store. So this is not something that is impacting Anthropic's appeal. It's not anything that's changing the broader customer base's perspective on Anthropic. And in any case, the story about AI hasn't really been about the Department of War. Of course, OpenAI promptly signed an agreement with the Pentagon within hours of this happening. So I don't think this really extrapolates to the larger, will AI disrupt things like software companies, for example, which has been the driving sort of SaaS apocalypse scare for the past several weeks.
You know, I can't help but notice, though, we get this week where we have the Citrini Substack report that comes out and effectively paints a picture of a future where there's mass unemployment thanks to the adoption of AI. And it gives you a downdraft in software names. But that same week after that report, we likewise get these headlines around Anthropic pushing back on the DOW from some guardrails around safety. I know Anthropic isn't a publicly traded company yet. The IPO is probably going to happen next year if all things remain on track. Mm-hmm. Is this focus on safety and alignment an important factor in the AI adoption story? My view may be that traders are taking it as a signal that this thing isn't going to run rampant without some heat checks along the way. And it's no coincidence that since the Citrini report came out and Anthropic pushed back on the DOW, software's up 15% from the low. What do you make of this?
I think it makes sense to talk about why software is up from the low as people digest the Citrini report and realize that, first of all, Citrini himself is backing away from that report and trying to remind everybody that it was a theory and an exercise in imagining a scenario rather than anything that anybody thinks is likely. Moreover, the economics of the analysis are suspect at best, because the report suggests that what there's going to be is ongoing economic growth and yet a collapse in employment, which of course doesn't work that way. And so the underlying logic of the report is being increasingly scrutinized. After all, the economy is 68% consumption. You can't have mass unemployment and still have economic growth. That's just economic nonsense. And so I think as people pick apart this kind of scenario analysis, it becomes clear that the market overreacted. I think the real story about the Citrini news was just how sensitive the market has become to that kind of AI froth narrative. And that's certainly a sentiment check. But the Anthropic Pentagon story does not map to that sentiment check. In fact, the rabid demand for Claude in the wake of the DOW story paints that picture. I think the Anthropic story, and to some extent the OpenAI story, and sort of that aspect of it is a story unto itself, and a story about how the relationship between government and these AI companies will work. I don't think there is a broader read-through here to AI as the larger narrative.
Well, then let's go with one last question here. Valuation numbers for some of these private companies have come out. OpenAI has an annualized revenue of about $25 billion with a post-money valuation of about $840 billion. Their cash burn is just north of $110 billion through 2029, whereas Anthropic, it has a lower annualized revenue run rate of only 19 billion, so 6 billion less, but its valuation is just at $380 billion post-money. It has a $3 billion annual cash burn rate. Do you think that we're looking at overvaluations in some of the AI adjacent names? And even if OpenAI and Anthropic aren't tradable right now, you could go to proxies and corollaries like your NVIDIAs, your Oracles, your Broadcoms of the world, which, not for nothing, Broadcom had great earnings and excellent forward guidance last night. One of the few stocks that's up this Thursday.
That's right. I think when you look at how Broadcom has done here, you get a picture of a company that, unlike a lot of the AI names, certainly you mentioned NVIDIA, that's one of them, that put up solid numbers and could not make the stock go up, even with guidance that beat on the top side of analyst expectations. I think when we look at what Broadcom was able to do here, certainly the guidance helps. The earnings were basically in line with expectations, right on the screws for EPS and revenue. I think we put this in context. We get a pop here. It's within a range that's held since the beginning of the year. This is not a stock that's running away by any stretch of the imagination, and we've seen that happen in these names. This is clearly not that. The stock is still setting lower lows and lower highs for all of 2026. So I think clearly, as the Citrini story illustrates, the market is sensitive to the idea that there is overvaluation in these names. And that, I think, matters much more than some sort of numerical subjectivity around what overvaluation means. That probably comes down to an opinion of this analyst versus that analyst, and there can be that debate. The fact of the matter is the price action speaks loudest. And the price action has been telling us that tech companies are down since the beginning of the year, and they're shuddering at the whiff of negativity, even from a flimsy story like the Citrini report, in his own telling of it, in Citrini's own telling of it. So when you look at this, I think very clearly overvaluation and overhype is what the market is concerned about. And we're seeing it here.
This has been Tasty Live's Trading Trends for Thursday, March 5th, 2026. You can catch Ilya and I on Overtime later today, 4 Eastern, 3 Central, every Monday through Thursday here. Good luck trading.